Hello everybody and welcome back down the creek. Today we're going to be talking tackle storage. As an up-and-coming walleye angler, I've noticed and learned that there's going to be lots of different presentations and lots of different gear that can potentially help me up my game. Today I'm going to show you how I store my stuff and talk about some of the products I've been using that have really helped me out huge to stay organized. So you're going to want to see this one, so stay tuned and let's get into the video. Okay guys, so we're talking tackle storage today, and I want to start off with talking about crankbaits. It can also be like really any type of smaller bait, spoons, different stuff like that. And everybody's familiar with this type of box, and I really like these flambeau boxes because they have the Z-rust, and I hate getting my stuff all rusty, so I kind of started with something like this. I keep my frogs in here. But as a up-and-coming walleye angler, I started really getting a huge collection of crankbaits and walleye spoons and such. This box right here has really helped me stay organized, and it's the crankbait by Flambeau, right? It's got the Z-Rust Max Extreme Environment coating. It's $30, right? So I bought this one right here at Dunham's for $29.99. Dunham's always has a coupon floating around online. It can really kind of help you out. It has a seal, and it has, well, I guess it helps if I open all the clips. It has 3 clips, but it does seal, and then it has these individual little compartments that you can stick your baits in. It really kind of keeps them from getting hung up on each other. Nothing irritates me more than when my baits get hung up on each other. And like, one of the things, I have so many different baits at this point, I'm really having a hard time kind of keeping an eye or like just from looking at it what it is and what it does. So a little tip is I usually cut the information off the bait when I put it in. So for instance, this is a 7 to 15 foot glass Shad Rap, right? So I know that that's what this is. I've got it in there like that. It stays nice, neat, and safe. And I put the little piece down in there. Done deal. I know what I got going on. So it holds several baits all at once. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 baits per box. So you could cram a lot more in one of the old style ones potentially, but they'd be all knotted up. So I really like that does that, and it kind of keeps my bait separate. So I definitely recommend this product. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'd say it's like a 9 out of 10. I've been very happy with this. It's got holes in the bottom. I ended up buying a ton more, and I'll probably go and get, like, whenever I see these, I'll probably pick them up because I'll have one for each type of bait that I have. I want to have one specifically for like walleye spoons. I'm going to try and troll some walleye spoons here this year and figure that out, as well as some crankbaits. I did okay on worm harnesses last year, but I want to kind of learn some other presentations. So my previous video, I talked about the Maximizer, which is for big baits. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out for sure. It's on my page before this video here, but it's similar to this, but it's like 5 times the size, and it can hold like musky baits or whatever. I know that one thing that all of us outdoorsmen have in common is we use a lot of this stuff. Whether I'm putting gas in my pickup truck to go to my next hunting spot, or I'm filling up my boat to hit the next hot fishing hole, I use a lot of fuel. And I like to save money, so I use the Upside app. An Upside app is an app that you can find on the App Store, and basically you put your card info in, and you can select locations close to you and get discounts on your fuel price. So right here it tells me that I can go to Love's, it's $2.84 per gallon, and I can save 12 cents per gallon. What I do is I claim that offer in the app. I use the card that I've linked to my account to pay for the fuel, and then they do all the work. They'll look at that fuel, they'll get me my rebate, and they'll load it onto my account, which then I can redeem by all kinds of gift cards or even cash back to my bank account. So I've earned $77.23 that I could cash out in my bank account. And it's just basically money I would have spent anyway on fuel, right? So I get it back. I'm going to send you guys, put my link in the description below. If you use my link and my share code, which is Justin3653433, you can get some extra cents off per gallon on your first couple of fill-ups. So follow the link below, download the app, and give it a try. You got nothing to lose. We all like to save money, so let's save money together. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about are these little off-brand Amazon special storage boxes. I don't know that they have a brand name, and I'll make sure all this stuff is linked down in the description below. So, just kind of, it just, like, this is my swivels, right? So I've got different snaps, or not even swivels, snaps, right here for whatever purpose. I got some big ones, some small ones. So this one specifically snaps. It has a little clear plastic that kind of blocks it in. Plus it has a seal around, so it's not going to get moisture in there, right? So then I got some bigger ones. So this one is all my swivels. So I've got all my different style swivels. I've got some of those swivels that I tested out several years ago. I still have some and I use them. They're actually tied on my salmon rods right now. I've got different swivels and stuff like that, ball bearing. And then I have another big Amazon special box here. It's hooks. It's all loose hooks. It's not tied up. Oh, I've got some stinger hooks in there for jigging the Detroit River. So it's just kind of like my little hook box, right? And it's small, and they store real easy. I've got this little compartment underneath here. This stuff can go into real easy. It stays out of the way, but it's very accessible, which kind of helps. So the next thing I want to talk about is I kind of have these rig wallets. Although, I'm not a huge fan of the rig wallets because, let's face it, they're just beefy. Like, this just is beefy. But it does help keep my stuff all separate. I usually use mine a lot for my perch rigs. I've got some ones that I bought, but I also had done some that I tied myself this year. So there's some of there in there. And then when I was at the fishing show, I found these perch flies. I'm going to give those a try. Those are in here as well from Angler Quest. So we're going to give those a shot and see if they work. They look good to me. I also found some of these like little three-way type swivels for catfishing. I tried to tie my own, and I don't think they came out as pretty as the ones I bought at Cabela's. But, for a rig wallet, it's not a bad thing to have. It's a little bit more bulky, but, it keeps everything kind of separate and can kind of help with organization. This is something that I also like to keep under here. And you know what? It's what it is. The next thing I want to give you is like a little tip. So, I've been trolling and I found that I like these little dipsies, these little mini dipsies. But you've got to kind of have it's kind of a pain to store. Well, I found if you cut a pool noodle, a piece off, you put a slice in it, you put it there, and you can tie your leader around the pool noodle to keep it organized. So all I got to do is clamp this onto my rod, and off it goes, and then I'm fishing. So that's just a little tip that I picked up that I've been using that works out pretty good for storing those. And again, it kind of stores nice and easy. The one thing that I really struggled with to find a good solution is how to store my worm harnesses. So I had a lot of luck last year with worm harnesses. I caught more walleye in worm harnesses in the middle of summer than I did in the spring and the fall. So I'm still kind of learning, but I picked up this box here from the Lindy Rig Kit box, right? And it's pretty affordable, and it comes with these rolls, and you can kind of put your worm harnesses on there. So I've gained quite the collection of worm harnesses, and I seen a tip that they've been using these Lake Erie style worms on them instead of live bait with some worm smelling stuff. And honestly, I don't know that I'm gonna go back to live bait on my worm harnesses because I seem to have catch just as many fish on my live bait rigs as I did with the worm colored um, plastic worms. So I'm gonna try not to buy any crawlers this year and see if I still have the same luck, or at least go out a couple times where I don't have crawlers with me. Um, but as you can see, you just kind of wrap it around, and it keeps them stored up nice and neat. And it's really helped me kind of up my game. I only really have 3 spaces left. I've got some different blades, some butterfly blades, some Colorado blades is probably my favorite. I've got different size Colorado blades, and those kind of just kind of close to my heart. I kind of use them because I use my spinner jigs all the time, and those are always like a confidence bait for me. So I had a lot of luck with these, but this little box here, man, it stores a ton, and it keeps it neat and organized and not tangled up, and it's really easy to get this out and put it together and start fishing. The last thing I'm going to talk about in today's video is I went on Bass Pro Shop, and I started to get quite the collection of bottom bouncers, and they're kind of big and awkward and hard to store, but not with this. So I have all different size bottom bouncers. I really like the bouncers with the spinning glows on them. They're pretty special. I've used them and caught fish on them. However, I do have some spinner style ones with the willow blade, and I have some regular orange ones that I got from Cabela's in the 3-ounce size. And these are bigger, heavier, but they're plastic, which I wasn't sure what I thought about, but I bought them to try them. So that's when I'm like really deep. So we're gonna give those a try this year. I know we can catch fish like this in the river in summertime, and then I always run one out the back when I'm trolling. So, I mean, tackle storage, guys. I mean, that's pretty much it for tackle storage. So, you know, if you have any questions about anything, or if you have any information you want to share that you think might help me, please drop it in the comments. But I'm gonna keep it, short and sweet today. So, I mean, definitely would recommend these options that I showed you. I've gone through a lot of trial and error. I still have some of the old-fashioned ones, which I do use, but I'm going to be going to this style stuff quite a bit. So, well, I think that's it for today, guys. So, thanks for watching On the Creek, and remember, guys, get out and live. We'll catch you next time.